When Kenyan President Ruto first came on the scene, Africans and other foreign observers thought that he was anti-West, at least in speech. I mean, anyone who reaches and advocates for de-dollarization, just like Russia and China is currently doing, can rightly be called an anti-West. President Ruto was one of the first presidents in Africa to speak against the US dollar in bilateral trade. He stressed on this point in several seminars that earned him the Champion of Africa. Not only did he speak against the dollar, but he also blasted the West on their superiority attitude towards African leaders. However, in recent times, President Ruto has proven to be an ardent supporter of the West, licking off the palm of the American government. Ruto once blasted the West for treating African leaders as schoolchildren, saying that it is humiliating and disrespectful for 54 African leaders to be the ones who have to travel to the host country and listen to the president whenever there is a summit related to Africa. He ended that speech by saying that he would not attend any summit organized by a foreign country. So, when the Russia-Africa summit was held in July in Russia, President Ruto didn't attend, and everybody thought indeed he was a man of his word. But to the surprise of everyone, Ruto attended the Italy-African summit held in Rome in January this year. And guess what? Euro joined 24 African leaders in queuing to greet Italian Premier Giorgia Meloni with a big smile on his face. And when it was time to take pictures, Ruto stood just steps away from both the AU chair, Azali Assoumani, and the AU Commission boss, Moussa Faki, during the family photo. He did the same thing he once criticized. What a shame. So if he could attend the Italy-African summit, why didn't attend the Russia-African summit? It simply means that President Ruto didn't attend the Russia summit because he wanted to keep his word. He did so because he wanted to show himself as a dependable ally of the West, which is what the West has begun to call him. When people began to blast him for his double standards in an attempt to save face, he came out to say that, "I have previously noted that an invitation extended by one country to all 54 African nations did not necessarily serve Africa's best interests, but those of us present at this conference representing our colleagues find it different and inspiring due to the pragmatic approach you have taken, Madam Prime Minister." What a farce. Interestingly, even before this incident, Ruto had already begun to show that he was indeed pro-West. During the 78th United General Assembly 2023, President Joe Biden asked for help to restore order to Haiti, a black country that is destabilized today because of the interference of the USA. The same Ruto who once lashed out at the West for treating African leaders as school children raised his hand like a school child seeking for approval and pledged to help the United States to further destabilize Haiti. Of course, both the United States and Kenya's president said that their intervention is to keep the peace in Haiti, but history has shown that any time the US intervenes, it always ends in chaos. Afghanistan and Libya are perfect examples of this. The ironic thing is that the United States is not sending any of its troops to Haiti to keep the peace, yet it is very keen to send Kenyan troops. The question is, why? The United States officials have not given any reason for their decision not to send their troops, and we can't help but wonder why. Since the news came out about Ruto's decision, Kenyans at home and Haitians abroad have blasted Ruto's decision. While Kenyans believe that the move is ill-advised and akin to sending Kenyan officers to their death camps, Haitians have condemned the move, calling Ruto a traitor and a US puppet. Many have said that the Kenya police force lacks the training and equipment to carry out such a mission, and if they tried to reach Haiti's heavily armed groups, the police would be sitting ducks. In January of this year, the Supreme Court of Kenya ruled against Ruto's decision to deploy Kenya's forces to Haiti. According to the court ruling, any decision by any state organ or state officer to deploy police officers to Haiti contravenes the Constitution and the law and is therefore unconstitutional, illegal, and invalid. Did Ruto heed the decision of the court? Of course not. During the Italy-Africa summit, where he was wooing European investors and trying to pose as a dependable ally, President Ruto stated that Kenyan policemen can be deployed to Haiti in 1 week time. In March, Haitian Prime Minister Ariel Henry, who is regarded by Haitians as a puppet appointed by the West, because he was neither elected by the people nor chosen by the elected representatives, but was directed to take power by the so-called core group, which includes the US and France, signed an agreement that would fast-track the long-delayed deployment of Kenyan police officers to Haiti. However, it seemed like there would be a pause in the plan as Henry resigned from office following weeks of mounting pressure and increasing violence in the country. But then, President Ruto came out to say that he is committed to sending Kenyan police to Haiti to help contain violence in the Caribbean nation. In his own words, "During our discussions, I conveyed our unwavering commitment to supporting Haiti, emphasizing that they are our brothers and sisters. I assured them that we will remain actively involved and we will not abandon Haiti in their time of need." As part of the preparations, President Ruto traveled on a 3-day visit to the United States last week, where he met with President Joe Biden to discuss the multinational security intervention in Haiti. America has pledged to fund the mission without sending any of its forces, with the Kenya forces at the forefront. With the exception of Russia and China, the multinational security support mission, MSS, in Haiti was voted on by members of the UN Security Council. However, it is not a UN mission, but is being referred to as a UN-backed initiative, which obviously means that it is spearheaded by the US. After the 3-day meeting with President Biden, Ruto stood on a joint platform with Biden and defended his decision to send Kenya troops to Haiti. He told the audience that his country is a voluntary contributor to what humanity needs. He said that he believes the responsibility of peace and security is the responsibility of all nations because we have been participating in peacemaking and peacekeeping in 47 countries, like what we are facing in Haiti. In his own words, committing Kenya to Haiti is not so much about what happened in the past. We don't find that the US is committing Kenya to Haiti. I am the president of Kenya, and I decide. It is up to the people of Kenya to commit their troops through their own established legal structures. Ruto's commitment to prove himself as a dependable ally of the United States by agreeing to send troops to Haiti has been rewarded. After the meeting with the US president last week, the US president pledged to designate Kenya as a major non-NATO ally, which would make Kenya the first African country to hold the designation. This status does not mean that the US and Kenya are bound in mutual defense of each other, but rather it entails certain economic and military benefits, alongside benefits in areas of defense trade and security cooperation. For instance, it means Kenya would be able to buy military technologies that would be harder for other countries to obtain from Washington. Since Ruto's joint statement with President Biden last week, Haitians have come out to protest again, criticizing the move. Now, get this. President Biden said in the joint statement that the mission is important because Haitians are crying for help. However, his statement is in direct contrast to what is actually going on in Haiti. Haitian groups both within and outside Haiti have Kenya to rethink the move. One group, identified as the Movement Unforgettable Dessalines, Jean-Jacques, argued that their country's problems should be solved internally, which is very correct. According to an open letter signed by the leader, it says that, "As an esteemed African leader, we have always regarded you as a brother in our shared journey towards progress and unity. However, recent actions have given us reason to pause and reflect on this perception. Our forefathers, under the leadership of Emperor Jean-Jacques Dessalines, fought valiantly to defeat Napoleon's army and secure our freedom, making Haiti the first black free nation," the statement read. It then added that, "Henceforth, any foreign military presence on Haitian soil will be considered an act of aggression, making every Haitian life a direct responsibility of your government." The interesting thing is that Haiti is controlled by gangs quite all right, and violence has increased in recent times, leading to hundreds of deaths, but the majority of the guns used by the gangs were smuggled from the US. What does this tell you? As a Haitian resident once said, "All the guns here are from the US. Everybody knows it. If the US wants to stop this, they could easily do it in 1 month." We are asking the US to give us a chance to live. Just give us a chance. This means Haitians do not want the intervention. They are not crying for help, like President Biden said. Obviously, the United States has an ulterior motive for wanting to intervene, and it intends to use Kenya to do it. But President Ruto is too dumb to see it. Or maybe he even knows but doesn't care because of the monetary gain. Yes, it is all about the money. An ex-US diplomat, David Lewis, confirmed this during an interview with CNN in March. According to him, the Kenyan president was after the money the UN was expected to inject into the mission. He further claimed that Haiti mission was no walk in the park and that the well-organized gangs that overthrew the government would fight the Kenyan police to the death. He said, "You see the reticence on the part of the Kenyan public to send these guys, and that makes me nervous. I believe that this is more of a cash grab by President Ruto, whose country is going to receive a lot of money in doing this." We can certainly believe that it is about the money because, despite criticisms from Kenyans, Haitians, and even the court ruling, Ruto is still ready to send those policemen to their deaths. Ruto is a joke of a leader. The best thing he can do right now is to call off the mission and let the US do what it wants by itself. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video.